Are you struggling to win fights in ranked, or maybe you just seem to struggle to win games? If so, you're in the right place. Today I'm going to be teaching all of you how to actually improve your fighting IQ and become the best fighter possible. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure that you guys are subscribed. We're almost at 20k. But with that, let's get right into the video. So if you do want to become a better fighter this season, you need to understand the timing of edits and when the right time to edit is. Now imagine you're entering this fight right here and you're going up against a player who double cones you. What you don't want to do is wide edit right here. This is the wrong time to make an edit, because if I wide edit right here, I put me and him in a 50-50 and then who knows will win. But instead of doing that, you have to look for the better option and play smarter. So I realized that the player's probably going to run out to the right direction because he wouldn't fully 180 and then run out. He's probably going to do a little swerve to the right and then run out. So instead of going for that obviously edit, I go above him, edit the cone above me, and then pre-piece everything. Also notice how I'm building everything before I even get to the box, so that by the time he gets there, I have the builds before him. Because if I don't do that, he looks up and as you can see, he tries to build, but I already have the build pieces there. And then I'm editing by the time he gets his guns out, and then obviously I can crack him, but I don't just jump in right here again, because if he pulls out a shotgun, 50-50 and I could die. So I wait for the right moment until he's boxed in wood again, and then I can simply just minigun through and then pick up a simple elimination. So make sure that you guys are doing things like this to not only win more fights, but just be a smarter fighter in general. So another tip I have for you guys is to make edits at the right angles, and a great example of what not to do is right here. Now this guy eventually is going to make a peanut butter edit on me. Now you're going to notice, obviously I swing to the left to counter him. Now if we're looking at both POVs from when we both shoot, notice my angle. I can obviously see his head and his body, but from his angle, he can barely see me. That just means that the peanut butter is not the right edit at this time. Instead, what he should have done is made a little bit more space and waited till the right edit. So now let's talk about the only way to counter the shockwave launcher, and that is with more aggression, because you obviously can't run from the shockwave launcher because it's the fastest movement in the game. You can't outrun it with a grappler or anything like that. So like right here, this player's pushing me and he's flying in the air with a minigun. So I know I have to fight this player with more aggression. So I pop my slurp juice and I know that it's time to fight, because if I just sit in my box, he'll just beam me with a minigun and I'll die. So when he ramps up on me, I play aggressive, and I realize there's no cone above his head. So I place a wall in front of me, edit the wall with the 3 right tiles, and then I place a cone. This means that now I blocked off every angle and he can't go out to his right or his left. And now I have a great advantage, but I have to make sure that I keep it, because he could just minigun this wall. So I make sure to do a fake pickaxe swing and bait him out to spray his own floor. That means that when he does that, I can get a max pump shot, and now I hit him 185. Now at this point I'm weak, but I've now just taken his advantage away, and then I can get a simple pump shot off. Also notice he has a charged shotgun. I never recommend using the charge this season because the pump has no charge up time, and that means that you always get the shot off first, and this player wasn't able to get the shot off, and I'm able to pick up the elimination and most importantly the shockwave launcher. Another thing you need to understand, pick the right fight. So when I'm looking at these two players and I'm spraying them, I realize this isn't worth it, because obviously they're slowing down the fight and no one's fighting. So even if I kill one, the other will third party me. But I look to my right and I see this player all the way out in the middle of nowhere. I know no one's around him, so this is a great fight to take. So I use my caddy launcher and I close the distance on him, and I'm able to minigun him. But I can do this and get a simple elimination because I picked the right fight. If I run in here, who knows what'll happen. I'll get 1 kill and then someone will clean me up. But if I'm out here, I know I don't have to deal with that. So the first reason the caddy launcher is the best gun in the game right now is because in situations like this, when someone steals high ground off you, all you have to do is shoot up in the air and then just get a pump off. This is very broken because not only does it allow you to take high ground, but it allows you to get a free shot. So another reason the caddy launcher is so broken is because you get to skip every single rotation and every single moving zone. What I mean by that is right here. Look at me. I'm in the middle of zone, and zone is pulling max over here to these other players. Now most of the time, if I'm in a box right here, I would have to run all through this, get all the way up, and then finally get in zone. But with the caddy launcher, you get to skip that entire process. But another thing you can do with the caddy launcher to make it even better is if you have the bazooka, you can shoot it on the ground and then use the caddy launcher. What this will do is it will send you even farther because you have the hop rock effect. So look how far I go. I get all the way to this high ground spot right here. I skipped this entire bit of rotation and I didn't burn any mats until I got onto high ground. And now I am in a great position, and even though I got cracked, I still have the bazooka to get me back up to full HP. So another great tip to become the best fighter you can is learning the right time to shoot your gun and open the fight. Right here, I'm sitting in a box, and it's not because I am playing like a rat, it's because there's 1,000 other people around me fighting. And that means if I take the wrong chance and I spray at the wrong person, I'll end up dying and getting focused. Right here, I hear this guy spraying the minigun, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to fight him. I want to make sure I get the first shot off. So instead of editing right here and letting him shoot me, I play quiet and I sit in this box and I just wait, and I hold an edit and I wait until he gets in front of me. And then when he's distracted with his minigun, you can't really hear anything. So I know I can edit without him being able to hear. I can edit and then literally just quad dink him without him having time to react. And then now I've gotten the minigun and a gold spaz without having to fight him at all. So make sure you guys are doing things like this to get better loot and win more fights. Another reason the launcher is so good is because you get to pick and choose every fight you take. Right here, this guy pulls out the minigun, and I decide that, you know what, this fight isn't for me because I have a charge, so I just literally decide to shockwave and leave, and then later in the game, I can eventually find this guy and then finally kill him. So make sure that you guys are picking your fights with this item. Also, with the charged shotgun, when you're charging it up and then you swap to your builds, you have a lot more delay than if you were obviously holding out a normal shotgun. Like this guy right here, I'm fighting. He has this charge out and he starts to hold it down, right? He starts to charge it up, charge it up, charge it up. When he does this, he's going to have a delay to pull out his map. So I know that if I can steal this wall without taking any damage, I'll take it every single time. And that obviously means that I can edit on him and then I'm able to pick up an elimination. So make sure you guys don't do that mistake. And another thing for you guys, if you can use the launcher like I'm in the back of zone right here and you can get to the front of zone before anyone else, what you can do is you can just hold everyone in zone and then go last again. So like right here, I can get to the front of zone and then see how I'm in front of everybody. Everyone's still caught at the back of zone because they don't have the launcher. And then I can sit at the front and then just spray everyone. That allows me to pick up that kill right there. And then I can start to spray the other people, hold them in zone, and make life harder for them. And then again, I can wait till the end of zone, right when zone's on me, and then just caddy launcher again, fly myself up in the air, and then land at the front of zone again. I didn't have to burn mats through this entire sequence. I started here and I only built this structure and this one right here. So make sure that you guys are doing this. And then right at the end of the game, when there's only 2 other people left, I do the exact same thing. Wait till zone's right on my back and I can caddy launcher in, not burn any mats, and that forces the other 2 players to fight. And then eventually now I spray this guy. Also notice I focused the best player in the lobby. This guy just got cracked, so I focused the other player. So if it comes down to it, whichever one wins, no matter what, they're both weak. See how this guy's now cracked and now he has to fight the other player? That means that even if he wins, which he doesn't, he dies because he's super weak. Now the other player's super weak and now he gets stuck in zone, and then eventually he tries to get himself in zone, but he ends up dying. So make sure that you guys are doing things like this to win more games with the caddy launcher. So one really big problem this season is the boogie bombs. Now there's only one way to counter the boogie bombs, and that is to shoot back at the opponent. A lot of people don't know this, but when you get boogie bombed like myself here, after I've cracked this player, you have 0 pullout time and 0 delay until your next shot. So right here, notice how fast I'm going to be able to swap to my gun and then shoot. This guy shoots me and I instantly am able to shoot back. Look, my gun's not even going to be pulled out and I'm able to shoot back at him. That is the only way you're going to be able to counter the boogie bomb. So make sure that you guys are doing this if you get boogie bombed. So that is going to wrap up this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys are subscribed. And if you do want to see more content like this, you can go check out these other 2 fighting videos. And with that, I'll see y'all later. Peace.